Hi friends, I wanted to share my experience from the recent LLD3 machine coding round mock interview. In my previous video, my first Java mock interview failure, my failure is my challenge, where I discuss all questions asked in the LLD2 Java interview. What am I learning and how I overcome with my failure? I saw my failure as an opportunity to challenge myself. It inspired me to focus on remembering basic syntax and writing code. That's why I named this video Rising from Failure. Let's get started. My interviewer was excellent and cool from Microsoft with over 8 years of experience in the field. As usual, we begin with my introduction and I walk him through my journey from earning my bachelor degree in 2001 to my current job. Straightforward, he asked me a common question: design car rental system. First, we told me to come up with a requirement. I was prepared for this and I wrote down the basic requirement to keep it simple after my requirement list down. So as you can see, I have just listed down basic requirement. User have the option to register an account and sign in. User can manage their profile. Location based search functionality is available. Results are presented according to stores. Users can select and reserve a vehicle. Payment transactions can be completed and vehicle submission are enabled for users. So as you can see, I just listed down all the basic requirement because I don't want to make a complicated, because if we will make a complicated our requirement, then it is very harder to write the code for that. After writing the requirement, I just got confirmation from the interviewer on the requirement. Next question: can you add more feature on it? So my answer is yes, we can add more, but I think I added all the common requirement. Can you please help me more about the context and extra feature you have in your mind? Okay. Then the final question asked by the interviewer from the lead code is this. So I will share this link with you in the description box. And luckily I have seen this question in the last night. Okay, but I have not seen the solution of that. So because I already prepared for this and I thought this is over for me to look another the solution for the same car rental. So that was my mistake, but that's okay. Whatever I was with me, I just continue with that. So first I read all the requirement one by one and I just started write it down all the tables whatever is required, okay, in the form of noun. So I just find it out. The system will support the renting of different automobiles like car, truck, SUVs, van and motorcycle. So as you can see, we already have one thing here which is called the vehicles, because it is supporting multiple vehicles. So I'm not taking any car, truck or something as a class. I'm just taking as a vehicle my first entity. Second, each vehicle should be added with a unique barcode and other detail including a parking stall number which help to locate the vehicle. So as we already added the vehicle, so I think it is not required to add any class for this. The next, the system should be able to retrieve information like which member took a particular vehicle or what vehicle have been rented out by a specific member. So as we can see, we have one more, we have many nouns, but if we can see, we have a member. So I just listed down second entity member here and I go ahead for the next. The system should collect a late fee for vehicle return after the due date. So I think this is the requirement related to the functional. So we do not have to write any class for this. So I just leave it. Next is the member should be able to search the vehicle inventory and research any available vehicle. As we can see inventory. So we have to keep the inventory of the vehicles. So we can create one more because member we already created. So we can take it from here, the vehicle inventory class. So I write it down one more is vehicle inventory, and the next requirement here you can see the system should be able to send notification whenever the reservation is approaching the pickup date, as well as when the vehicle is nearing the due date or has not been returning within the due date. So here we can get what reservation where we have to keep all the booking. So we will just create one more entity, that is the reservation. Okay, and here is just saying about the notification. So whenever we have to send the notification, there is a one design pattern, okay, which we can use for this notification. That name is observation pattern. Okay, that we can use it here if we ask for the observation. So whenever we are reading this requirement, so we have to keep in mind, we have to just think about the which pattern we can use. Okay, so whenever he asks, we can write quickly. The next, the system will be able to read barcode from vehicle. That is okay. That not any class we required for this. This is a functionality we can use it. Members should be able to cancel their reservation. That is also we done reservation. Members also we have written. The system should maintain a vehicle log to track all event related to the vehicles. So this is the log thing. I think we do not have to maintain the specific class, because on the run we can do whatever is required there based on our class. Okay, member can add rental insurance to their reservation. Okay, so here if you can see, we have a insurance. Okay, so that insurance normally, because I was little confused what this insurance is, so I asked him the question, can you please explain me this point? So he told me like, whenever we are traveling using the railway, okay, and whenever we are booking any ticket, that time they have some insurance partner. So whenever we are just booking the ticket, they make some insurance for our bookings. Same thing we have to keep it here. So that I consider in my mind, and then I think we can keep some class or insurance detail about the member. Okay, so that we can add in the existing class. The next, member can rent additional equipment like navigation, child seat, okay, ski rack. It's so as you can see here, we have additional information, additional equipment, which is tells us we have one more entity equipment. We can keep it like there, and we write it down all the others equipment, and then we can use it. So the next entity is equipment. Member can add additional services to their reservation, such as a roadside assistant, additional driver, Wi-Fi. It's so here is just saying the services. The additional class we can write it down services, where we will just list it down all the services, and wherever is required we can just give it. Okay. So these are the requirement, and I started writing down my all. So I have created my approach is like here you can see. First I have created a parking management system, okay, where we can keep all our users, list of parking, and all the CRUD operations for our events. Then the next I have created a member where I just keep user ID, name, and vehicle license. Next I have created a parking means a store where if we have one location, so one location like in the Bangalore we have a multiple stores or multiple parkings. I'm keeping this parking as a store. So inside of the parking, I'm keeping parking ID, location, vehicle inventory, okay, and list reservation. So whenever I put it here vehicle inventory, that is okay with this, because every parking has their inventory where we just keep the vehicle inventory, and in the vehicle inventory we will list all our vehicles, and we can write it down like a CRUD operations for the vehicle. So that is fine. But whenever I told him we can add the list of reservation here, so he's just a little like confused why you are adding it here. So I explain him, because I'm thinking this parking as a store, and my approach is this: whenever someone wants to search by parking, what is the collection, how many reservations are there. So we, if we will keep this list of reservation with the parking, then it is very easy to find it out. So after some time, he's agree with my explanation, and he told me, yes, go ahead. So next I have created a vehicle inventory, which I keep the abstract method. Okay. So I'm keeping this abstract method because I just keep all the list vehicle here, and I can extend it because scalability, if you can think vehicle inventory. So as you know, truck, bike and everything is there. If we need any special features or anything special, so we can extend this class with other vehicles and add their extra features in the respective vehicles. So that's why I just keep it to abstract. I explain in this way. So this will show this is we are thinking of the scalability of our system. Next, I just kept a vehicle. In the vehicle, I kept this vehicle is also abstract. We can keep okay, and in the vehicle, I have just write it down. Vehicle type enum. Okay, there is a multiple type which we can write it down. Barcode, vehicle number, location, pickup date, pickup location, hourly renter, and day rental. So these are the basic information which is required for all the vehicles which I kept in this vehicle, and we can make it also abstract, and whatever vehicle is required we can just extend it and use it. Okay, next I just created a reservation. You can see here the reservation. Okay, so in the reservation, parking ID, vehicles, members, because whenever we do the reservation, that time reservation means booking, that time we need a parking ID, which parking ID is belong to. Okay, and vehicle, members, from date. If you want, you can remove this parking ID because we already saving this reservation list here inside of the parking. So I think this is not required, we can remove this also. Vehicle, members is required from date to date, from time and to time. And then additional equipment, I just keeping the abstract class where I just list all the equipment wherever required, and we can extend it the different equipment with their like a facilities. And next I create the equipment and the name and the service, bill and payment. Whenever I writing down this, then he realized the time is just left too less. So it just the next question, can you please list it down the design pattern used in this? So as whenever I just reading the requirement that I have in my mind, because I know this question will come. So I created, I just told him first is the singleton which I create for the parking management system. Second, I can use factory pattern for the vehicle. And third, I use the observation pattern for notification. Whenever I listed down all these three, the next question come to me, start implementing class for following patterns. Okay, so first I explained to him what a singleton is and why it is needed. A singleton is used to ensure only one stand is created, like that. Okay, and I explain him there are three type of technique which we can create the singleton, like eager loading, lazy loading, and double checking for multi-threading. And I explain what is the problem with the eager loading, because whenever we are doing this is a very bad for the performance, because whenever the class loading, that time it is automatically create instance, so we should not use okay normally. And the lazy loading, it is most popular we can use, but whenever we are using the multi-threading, that time there is a problem, it can create a multiple instance. Then finally I have given him the final solution with double check multi-threading. So I have written the solution here. As you can see, I have created a parking management system private static. Okay, and I have created one instance here as a null, and I keep this constructor as a private, so no one other can create instance without directly accessing by this creating by this instance of this class. Okay, and I have written here public static parking management system get instance, and first I check first time, then I synchronize it, then again I return the second check, and here I just assign it if it is null and returning back to here. So this is my code I have written, and he was agree with this, and now the time is over of my interview. So now the feedback comes from there given by the Saran Balaji is my interviewer. Okay, so he just told me good but missed a few requirement, classes and properties, covered most point but missed some of them. Implementation good, understanding in OOPS. Some more practice is required on the design pattern. Time management need to be improved. And the final result successfully cleared. So as I've seen what is expectation to me. Okay. So I want you to be aware of this whenever we are coming with this. First problem is this, because whenever I use the ID, okay, as you know, I have used the ID if we go back here, like whenever I'm using the parking ID and parking like this, okay, so he just thinking I should come approach with the like a Spring Boot. So whenever I started writing the code, I should write the base model where I just define this ID and I don't have to write here. So this is the first mistake I feel I should not do. And you have to be remember whenever someone tells you to start coding, first write it down the base model. Second thing, I have just told him the whatever I'm using the pattern, singleton, factory pattern, notification. So these are the common pattern. Okay. So whenever you are preparing for any schema, okay, so just focus on how you can implement of your pattern in the code. That is very important. Only he will tell you to write the implementation of this design pattern. So please, whenever you are reading it, practice this design pattern, especially just two places you want to tell me, like whenever one I missed here, that is the strategy pattern. I was just little confused between factory and strategy pattern. So he just at the time of feedback he told me he's just expecting the strategy pattern also, because whenever we are creating a bill, that time we have a different strategy based on the timing, like weekend, weekdays, so we can create a different strategy. So I think one more design pattern we can add it here, that is the strategy pattern. And I request all of you whenever you are just preparing for the schema, so simply prepare for the strategy pattern, just focus what design pattern is used in that schema, okay, and how you can write the code for the specific thing. If you write that, then you will get the very good feedback from the interviewer. How do I prepare for my interview? I spent 2 days reviewing my notes on LLD2 and LLD3 to refresh my knowledge. I also worked on various schema designs, including those for a car rental system, parking lot management, ClickWatch, and a logger. As I told you, because I have seen this question, but I have not seen the exact solution. Okay. So whatever I learn, okay, based on that learning, I thought I will just use that learning and I will create, because there is no perfect schema. Okay, if I'm writing some schema, you are writing schema, both has a different mindset, both is right, both is not wrong, but I will share the exact solution of this schema. So next time whenever you are attempting, and this is the most asked question, because I have seen around 5 to 6 experience which just mention this car rental system. So this is the most asked question, and you also first prepare the content complete, what are the elements are there, okay, and what classes you will create, and the most thing, what are the design pattern used in the schema. So just practice coding practice. So before attempting the interview, first yourself write it down, all the just read it down the requirement, and just write it down all classes, and just practice some coding for this. So this is it for now. So thank you for watching. If you learn something from this video, make sure you hit a like button and press the subscribe button. Make sure to click on the bell icon and select all to receive all the latest update. Don't forget to check out my video about overcoming failure, link in the description below. Thank you.